Bump up, Ellie, higher! Elliot, you've got to see that earlier! Every outlet, take it away!
Higher! Get higher this way!
Good evening, everybody. You're looking live at Frederick Douglass Field, downtown Newark, New Jersey. Our Saturday night coverage of Rutgers Newark women's soccer is officially underway as we are at the approaching the 40-minute mark. 0-0 the score. We apologize for our delayed start here tonight, and we're delighted to be bringing you coverage of the 4-3 Rutgers Newark Scarlet Raiders as they are on a 3-game win streak heading into this matchup tonight against Moravian University. The Greyhounds have struggled this season. They come in with a record of 1-4-1. They have yet to play a conference game. They play in the Landmark Conference, and they have had a tough schedule this year. Certainly, strength of schedule is one of the reasons that the Greyhounds have struggled. Rutgers' last game, a win against Mount St. Mary, 5-1 on September 17th. A 2-0 victory against Sarah Lawrence and an 11-0 victory against St. Joe's of Brooklyn. It's the first 3-game winning streak in Nate Gagliardi tenure here at Rutgers Newark in his 3rd season, as this continues to be a winning season for Rutgers as they grow with every game, so it seems. Number 9 with a hat trick in that last game against Mount St. Mary. That's Eliza Higigi, the sophomore out of Cedar Grove, New Jersey, I should say. Certainly one of our offensive players to watch tonight for Rutgers Newark. And that's going to roll out of bounds. Nate Gagliardi, the head coach for Rutgers, is assisted by Anna Silvera, Aris Alpian, Joe D'Arcangelo, and the grad coordinator is Mariana Ferreira. The head coach for Moravian in his 12th season is Jeff Ukoric, 75, 66, and 28 overall. His assistants are Megan Colton, Paul Senafani, Felicia Gall, Riley Spingler, Corey Purcell. Jeff was a 2017 Coach of the Year in the Landmark Conference, getting the Landmark Finals, and one of the historically standout teams in that conference, Scranton. It's got new NCAA Sweet 16 appearances, among other accomplishments. That's the team they lost to in the finals back in that highlight year for Coach Jeff. Ball still loose in the box. Valencia tees it up but goes down. She got jammed up in front last year. The Greyhounds graduated 2 All-Americans, and they are starting 7 freshmen this year. That's a nice ball. Eliza doesn't catch up to it. 25-5 is the combined record versus the Greyhounds' opponents this year. And Misericordia, I think that was a 4-0 loss, and number 4 in the country. But despite all that, you will not see this Greyhounds bunch sit back. They open it up and like to play. Starting for Moravian University tonight, as this ball goes down the near side on the left wing, it's number 5, Roop, out of Windsor, Vermont. Ball's loose in the box, knocked away by Rutgers. Headed back in by Casey Sobolski. You see this fast pace that Moravian is setting and getting back on defense. Mia Stellardi over now to the far side. So starting tonight for Moravian, Caitlin Phillips, number 0 in goal, 5'7" out of Easton, Pennsylvania, junior. A 5'6" freshman defender out of Brownsville, Pennsylvania. Number 4, Ari Garcia, the aforementioned Elliott Roop, senior forward out of Windsor, Vermont. Number 6, 5'7" senior defender out of Schnecksville, PA. Grace Blennis, number 7, 5'7" junior mid out of Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Casey Sobolski, 5'5" sophomore forward out of Andover, New Jersey. Number 10, Mackenzie Schreiber, 5'4" freshman forward out of Wysox, PA. Number 18, Anna Dunn, a 5'3" senior mid out of Warrington, PA. Number 28, Colby Roach, 5'11" freshman mid out of Oceanport, New Jersey. Number 31, Tess Beams, a 5'4" freshman defender out of Sweet Valley, PA. Number 32, Mia Stellardi, and number 35, Emma Hull, freshman mid, 5'3", out of Orfield, PA. Well, there are your starters for the visiting Greyhounds of Moravian University, located in Moravian, Pennsylvania. They are in the navy and white, like the Penn State colors. And Ruby Hogue does a good job there of protecting her keeper. And it is Shayna Sackett getting the start tonight, 5'6" freshman out of Rockaway, New Jersey. Of course, she's been splitting the duties all season long with Alicia Perez. It's Janiyah Young, sophomore, 5'3" defender out of Scotch Plains. Gabby Nagveski, number 3, senior, 5'6" out of Franklin Township, defender. 5'9" sophomore forward out of Cedar Grove. Number 9, Eliza Higigi, 5'10", senior out of Bayonne. Number 10, Mariana Valencia, forward. Another forward, 5'6" sophomore out of Bayonne. Number 11, Emily Karlicki. And Janiyah Young gets back to break up that pass. But again, the Greyhounds applying a lot of pressure early here in the first 10 minutes. Number 18, 5'3", freshman forward out of Woodbridge, Samantha Vieira. Number 19, 5'4" junior defender out of Garwood, Annabella Village. 5'3" senior mid out of Elizabeth. Number 22, Maria Castillo, a 5'4" graduate student mid out of Harlem, New York. Number 24, Ruby Hogue, 5'10" freshman mid out of Mansfield Township. Number 32, Avril Sabaha. Sabaha was banged up in that last win for Rutgers, but not only starting, is okay and playing here tonight, as you can tell. Jalen Evans is not playing tonight. She had a deep bone bruise, and I think is in a boot. Soft cast as we speak. And Janelle Atta not here tonight. She has a family obligation, which is preventing her from playing tonight. So John Heffernan with the call. We started our broadcast a little late tonight and are up and running here in the first 15 minutes of this 45-minute running time half. Rutgers in the home white with red numbers and looking to make it 4 in a row here tonight. They are undefeated on Frederick Douglass Field here in 2025. Nate Gagliardi changing up the mojo a little bit. What is the word I'm looking for? Different bench this year on the visitor side. And that's Karlicki now, who puts this one directly to Caitlin Phillips, the goalkeeper for Moravian. Janaya Young showing some strength there. Ball was intended for Valencia. Valencia, one of the leading goal scorers on this Rutgers team, tied with Higigi with 4. Valencia also with 2 assists on the season, and she leads the team in points with 10. On a Saturday night here in Newark, New Jersey. A beautiful day here. I think it's today the last day of summer. I don't know. It's one of these next few days. But we do hope you're enjoying your weekend, and we're glad you're spending some time with us here tonight on Raider Vision on YouTube. And a long ball easily brought in by Phillips, and Phillips is going to take her time and big boot past midfield. Wow, heck of a foot on the sophomore goalkeeper. I'm sorry, the junior goalkeeper out of Easton, PA. Easton, PA. I believe that's the home of the heavyweight champ, Larry Holmes. I don't know if any of you guys are boxing fans out there, but the Canelo Alvarez fight from a week or so ago shattered attendance records at Allegiant Stadium. And on Netflix, a new streaming partner for the fight game, came close to being the exclusive broadcast partner for the MMA promotion UFC, run by Dana White, but didn't quite get that done. Well, 15 minutes in the books here, folks. 0-0, ironically, not ironically, but in 2024, 0-0. The final score between these two teams, and Nate Gagliardi was very candid about his assessment of that game a year ago. He said they outplayed us in every facet of the game. We should have lost. They outshot us. They out-hustled us. They had the better quality chances against us. I said, Coach, anything different about 2025? He said, without question. My kids know the roles on their team. They're a cohesive bunch. It's just a different dynamic here in 2025. And despite that, through nearly 16 minutes, I'd give the slight edge in terms of possession to the Greyhounds. A big loss on the back line for Moravian is Reagan Blyler. She's been out, as is Molly Friel. Just devastating. The injuries these kids have to fight through, bumps and bruises through the season, and then with something like an ACL. It's with Maddie, Semino, and Molly, it's just you wish them all the best because it's tough. And every college student athlete, any athlete knows there's risk involved. But the love of the game outweighs it. And listen, we've seen so many examples of athletes coming back from ACL tears and MCL and tendons and ankles, all sorts of stuff. So we wish all of those kids well. Nate Gagliardi's bunch not immune from the injury bug as well. We mentioned Jalen Evans out tonight. Sabaha has shown a lot of toughness in starting in this one. for Rutgers. And Bella Village getting the start tonight, too. A couple of players to watch as we have our first corner kick for Rutgers coming close to the 27-minute mark here. That's a long ball. It's a good-looking shot. Hagigi gets a head on it, but it's going to go wide. Hagigi at 5'9" for Rutgers, the tallest kid on this team. I would say the best kid in the air for Rutgers would be Hagigi. I'd say the best player in the air for the Greyhounds would be number 28, Colby Roach, the senior captain. Center mid, attacking center mid. Distributes the ball very well. Very dynamic off of the ball. Certainly one of our players to highlight for the Greyhounds. Colby, a senior out of Warrington in Central Bucks South. So keep an eye on her. Another player would be number 5, Elliot Roop, senior, another captain, left side wing. And Coach Ucourt astutely pointed out and excitedly pointed out he was looking forward to the matchup tonight between Elliott and Janiah Young for Rutgers, number 2. And I think that's an ultimate compliment for a coach to pay, as those two are involved as Janiah Young goes down. Well, I wasn't sure who was she involved with there. Yes, it was Rupp. It says Roop here, but I don't know. There was a Mike Rupp that played in the National Hockey League for the Pittsburgh Penguins, speaking of Pennsylvania. He didn't pronounce it Roop, but I was told Roop, so we're going to go with Roop. How about that? There's Janiah Young with another long ball. Chasing it down for the Hounds is number 32, Mia Stellardi. But yeah, nothing but praise for Colby Roach and Elliot Roop. No matter how you say it, both these kids have had great years this year so far. Leading this team in goals is Anna Dunn with 1, Colby Roach with 1. So just 2 goals scored this season for the Greyhounds. Moravian. We mentioned playing in the Landmark Conference. Landmark consisting of Lycoming, Scranton. Lycoming 8-0, Scranton 5-1-1 here in 2025. Wilkes, Juniata, Susquehanna, Drew, Catholic, Elizabethtown, Moravian, and Goucher. And those round out the teams in the Landmark and the order as well as far as record is concerned here in 2025. For Rutgers Newark, they are part of the New Jersey Athletic Conference with Rowan at the top of the heap at the minute. Conference play has yet to begin. Rowan at 5-1. We have a substitution now for Moravian checking in. It's number 21, Maddie Moretta, 5'3" freshman forward out of Colts Neck, New Jersey. Fancy. Kane 4-1-1, number 2 in the conference. Montclair State at 3-0-3. NJCU 5-2. Wow, the upstart. Gothic Knights 5-2. Look at that. Stockton 4-2-3. Ramapo 3-2-1. Rutgers Newark 4-3. Willie P 4-3. The College of New Jersey 3-3-2, and Camden rounds out the conference at 1-2-4. So a 0-0 score here. About 22 minutes remaining in this first half. Ball's loose, dangerous, and it's a goal. Greyhounds get on the board first, but I think it's going to be called off. Was that offsides, Matty?
Offside.
Offside is the call. It was a collision there with Shinnesakit. So Rutgers dodges a bullet there. We mentioned goals were at a premium in 2024. You got to think one goal could do it in this game. And we don't want to see a game with no goals tonight. Come on, Rutgers. Let's go. Let's keep these winning ways moving. Did somebody say Homer? I better be careful. Oh, God, I had to have been on the upper 70s today here in Newark. Beautiful day. It's going to be a goal kick that Janai Young takes. Trying to play it back was number 28, Colby Roach. But Shayna picks it up. Valencia goes down, and a whistle blows, and it will be a free kick. I'm sorry, that was number 20 for Rutgers. Nunez, part of the twin sister set, Dana and Juliana. The pace might be picking up just a little bit, as is the physicality, as the feeling out process could be over. Taking our cleats in now with under 20 to go here in this first half. That's a long ball and a beauty. Centering attempt. Janiyah Young going shoulder to shoulder with Rupp. Elliot Roop. Coach Jeff saying the glue that holds this team together. Certainly one of our top leaders. And Roop sets an amazing example for the kids, the younger kids, on time to practice, first to arrive, last to leave. Hard worker, sets things through actions and words. Ultimate compliment for Elliot out of Windsor, Vermont. Speaking of Vermont, I got some of my buddies up in Castleton this weekend. Castleton University, formerly Castleton State College in Castleton, Vermont, right outside of Rutland. You had the boys up there playing an alumni lacrosse game last night. Today was the football game, and all the alumni up. Where's Johnny Heff? Hanging in Newark. Come on, man. Next year, guys. Next year. I'm sorry. One of my calendar. One of the events I would have liked to have gone to this year, but listen, other things are calling. 18 and change remaining in this first half. 0-0 the score. Ball out of bounds on the far side. It'll be a throw-in for the Greyhounds. The shots are 4-2 in favor of Rutgers. Those are overall shots. Shots on goal, Rutgers leads at 2-1. And only one corner kick so far tonight. And there was that one offside call. Only been one in this game, and it was crucial. Because it negated the Moravian University goal. And it was a good call, so nothing controversial there. But the Rutgers fans in attendance tonight breathed a sigh of relief. We mentioned Eliza Hagigi with the hat trick in Rutgers' last outing. A very convincing win for the Scarlet Raiders against a tough Mount St. Mary's team. Mount St. Mary, New York, that is, 5-1. So in the last 3 games, 18 goals scored by the Scarlet Raiders. Thank you. And ball at midfield now. And here comes Janiyah Young on the near side. Janiyah Young is pushed off, and it's Roop that heads upfield with the pass, but it's out of bounds. Head ref that just blew that whistle, pointing with his right hand, is Anthony McMinn. And the line judges tonight, Mike Palermo and Steve I don't know, Parsegian? Or Pelagian. Anyway, we move on. Very closely contested game here, folks. And Ruby Hogue collects on the far side, pushes it past midfield. A nice touch pass into the corner. It's a beauty. Now 1v1, the right boot and centering attempt is just beyond Castillo. But a good-looking rush there by the Scarlet Raiders. Or that was actually Nunez for Rutgers. And Nunez gives chase. Back to Shayna. Shayna Sackett kicks it away. Rutgers seems to, despite out shooting, the Greyhounds just maybe sitting back a little bit here. Janiyah Young makes up the space. Janiyah Young didn't give up on that play. Sobolowski to the far side. That's a deep ball that Shayna sits back on and collects for Rutgers with under 14 to go. And checking out this Moravian schedule here in 2025. We said they've had a super tough schedule. Haven't scored a lot of goals, but it all started back on August 29th at Lebanon Valley, a 1-0 loss. Misericordia, who's been as high as number 3 in the country, was an away game for Moravian. It was a 4-0 final. Misericordia with the victory. And then Marywood University, 2-0 loss. And then Muhlenberg, I should say, 1-0 loss to Muhlenberg. A 1-1 tie at Eastern, a 2-0 loss to Stockton, which is a NJAC team. And now They're having a go at it tonight here against Rutgers. Got a bunch of players coming onto the field, along with Valencia for Rutgers and number 13, Evielka Fernandez. Mariana comes off along with Nunez. Oh no, Maria Castillo is off. I think I might be getting a cold. A little like feeling it today. Now with the nighttime here, should have gotten that flu shot. I was gonna wait till October. Anyway, hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, folks, 12 minutes to go. 0-0 game here at Frederick Douglass Field in Newark, New Jersey. It's our live coverage of Scarlet Raiders women's soccer. Janiyah Young put it right. Oh, gorgeous tackle by number 3, Negveski. Number 3, and we are family, as Negveski has coined the new phrase for the Scarlet Raiders this year. Family. You see them when they huddle up, and they kind of end their talks with the 1, 2, 3 family chant. I hope Gabby doesn't get mad at me for giving out that little team secret, but I love it, and I think it speaks volumes about the chemistry on this team here in 2025. Negveski's senior defensive stalwart. That ball's up in the air. It's headed away. And look at the pressure being put on here by the Greyhounds. Ball on the far side. It's Vieira. Vieira towards the box. And there's Castillo. Why do I keep saying that? It's Dana Nunez. Janiyah Young comes up from long range. Janiyah had a little zip on that shot, despite it being from way downtown. There to make the save was Caitlin Phillips. What else we got going on this weekend, everybody? Yankees vying for a playoff spot in the wild card. A wild one in that Toronto Blue Jay game last night. They lost like 20-1 or something. Mets also looking to prep for their postseason. Nice ball here. Oh, the one-timer. And you know what? I think Higigi, she puts her hands to her forehead. She might have had a little more time than she thought. She just kind of tapped it towards the goal. Now, if she had stopped it to take the shot, maybe it wouldn't have been enough time. But I was surprised, though. She had nobody on her, presumably. A little shove by Dana saying, yeah, I'm here. And she gets it right back. Nunez a little slow to get up. She's a tough cookie, though. What a player she's been this season. A lot of fun to watch. Dana and her twin sister, Juliana. So up front, it's Dana, as well as Viviana Valencia, number 13, Evielka Fernandez. One of the players that has come on for the Greyhounds, number 14, Sarah Klitsch, freshman 5'6", Santa Maris Plains, New Jersey. There's Sarah, looking good, number 14. That was my number in college. Nobody cares though, right? And we got a set piece here from direct midfield. Oh, cute little pass there by Rutgers. Castillo controlled, set it up front, and there's Castillo disrupting. Now back towards midfield. Rutgers biding their time, I should say. You got Janiyah Young on the wing. And there's a ball for Nunez. It's going to go out. Hard to believe preseason hockey starting just down the street at the Prudential Center tomorrow. As the Devils will take on the New York Rangers. Nice pass from Nunez. It's broken up. One thing Nate Gagliardi has also been quick to point out is his praise for his backline. And you're seeing two solid backlines here tonight who aren't willing to give an inch. And it's number 28 now making a push. Roach. But it's broken up and back on the Scarlet Raiders. Vieira runs out of real estate. It'll be a throw-in for the Greyhounds. Sorry, guys. Just don't really have a mute button here, and I'm playing a little hurt tonight. That's okay. We gotta say, despite the no goals, this has been a great game. It really has been. Klitsch is run into by Young. Look at vintage Janiyah Young. And she gives it up to Fernandez. Fernandez keeps it. Fernandez looks to her left. And a bit of a miss hit here. Hagigi gives chase, and it's going to go out of bounds. And it should be a corner kick, and it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Hagigi races back.
19 for 28.
And we're going to see another Scarlet Raider come into the ball game. It's number 21, Juliana Nunez. She will replace Sister Dana. And it will be a corner kick, Rutgers. Juliana Nunez up front. And here comes the kick. A high floater headed away by the Greyhounds. Karlicki back towards the box. The header just over top. Oh, it hit the crossbar. Unbelievable job by Vielka Fernandez, and it almost goes in. But it was Caitlin Phillips who says, whoops, look what I found. Off the crossbar into the arms of Phillips. And I think that's very symbolic of what we've seen here tonight as far as how closely contested overall this game has been. It's going to take the perfect shot to break this Tyler score. 0-0 with under 5 to go. And the ref's letting them play. McMinn says, play on. And you see the pace and the tempo and the urgency ramping up here with 4:15 to go. Ooh, nifty play. I believe that was hard to tell from the far side. Throw in Rutgers. And with speed. Long ball. And Phillips is there. Phillips has been busy here in the last 6-7 minutes. And we've got a player down and 2 more substitutions, but that will negate the subs. As it's number 13, Fernandez, down on the pitch for Rutgers. Yeah, if we check, clock is now stopped with 3:38 to go. Let's take advantage of this break, and we hope Fernandez is okay. We can go over some of the numbers right now for Moravian. Two shots overall, just 1 shot on goal. 8 shots overall for Rutgers, 5 of those on goal. And, we talked about Nate's comments about the 0-0 tie last year. And obviously, you don't need to be a Lionel Messi to understand the difference in the tempo of the game here in 2025 for the Scarlet Raiders. We're glad to see Vielka back on her feet. She seems to be okay. Rutgers was outshot in the 2024 matchup against Moravian, and they really were outclassed in a lot of ways. As Nate said, they were lucky to get out of there with a tie. I love the honesty from Coach. And, he said there's a different feel to this team right now for Rutgers. 3 wins in a row. He said he can just, a lot of confidence that comes with winning. And we've seen it here tonight in this first half. Despite the 0-0 score, all the better chances. Rutgers has outshot the Greyhounds. They've had better chances. And into the ball game now for Rutgers, it's Nena Bhatti, the 5'5 sophomore mid out of Edison, New Jersey, and John P. Stevens High School. Sorry, guys. So we are set to go with 3:38 to go. And anytime you get down to this stage of the first half, if you're Rutgers, what you don't want to do is let up a goal here with under 3.5 to go. Kind of Moravian goes running off with a 1-0 lead. They've got the momentum. They've got the energy. And the same could be said for the Greyhounds. And here comes Rutgers. Hagigi battles. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Mackenzie Toman, the 5'5 sophomore defender out of Swedesboro, New Jersey.
Hey, come on, Eve, don't steal the ball.
2:45 to go, throwing Young. She's got such a strong throw-in. That went directly to Ninapati. It's Janiyah Young again. This time she finds Hagigi in the corner. 1v1 against Toman. And this battle of attrition continues as Ruby Hogue pushes it back towards midfield. Now up ahead comes Rutgers, and there's another shot on goal, and harmless from that distance. So perhaps setting up for one last opportunity, but Janiyah Young is there for Rutgers. Janiyah back and now up ahead to Nunez. Nunez battles 1v1 with Hopkins. It's going to go out of bounds. And now in for the Greyhounds, number 9, Brielle Langford out of Warminster, PA. Hagigi gets pushed aside by Stellardi. Another 2 players go down. It was 21 Nunez for Rutgers.
Yeah.
1:10 to go. Hagigi! Great pressure by Hagigi on number 3, Mackenzie Toman.
Last minute of play in the half.
So a much different look to this matchup here in 2025 for Rutgers. Now on the far side, it's Ari Garcia. 25 to go. Janiyah Young up to Hagigi. Hagigi tries to cut back, but it's number 32, Stellardi, who's been strong all half long at a Lake Lehman High School. And that's going to do it, folks. 0-0 at the end of the half. We'll be back with second half action in 15 minutes.
What if I told you that this represents a profound reimagining of how we're educating the next generation of care providers? Rutgers Health created a first-of-its-kind dual doctorate program that combines a pharmacy degree with a medical degree. It's this sort of expertise that's giving Rutgers graduates a leg up on providing the best care possible.
Thank you, doctor.
It's just one of the ways Rutgers Health is using academic health to breathe new life into education.
the European Wax Center on Halsey Street in Newark. Come on in. Hi, Sharice. I'm excited about this process today.
Welcome to European Wax Center. So we're going to be waxing your upper lip today. So when you're going to cleanser, this is going to remove any oils, any skin, any natural oils from the skin.
I'm Sunita Williamson, the owner of the European Wax Center on Halsey Street, and we are here in the European Wax Center. I just got my lip done. If you can see, my lip is transformed. I'm now hairless, no mustache, but I wanted to talk about our products because not only do we do full body waxing, we also have products that help with the continuation of your waxing experience. So for example, we have an ingrown hair serum that prevents ingrown hairs. We also have body washes, body polishes that helps with exfoliation and everything for the brow. So we are full service body waxing. We remove the hair. We also help you with the maintenance after the service.
And welcome back live to Frederick Douglass Field. Second half action set to begin. If you're just joining us, welcome to our live coverage of Rutgers Newark women's soccer as they take on the Moravian University Greyhounds. It was all Scarlet Raiders in that first half, I should say, out shooting the Greyhounds 6-1. And, joining me now, Mark Griffin, the athletic director of Rutgers Newark. Mark, back in 2024, Nate Gagliardi down, up. Where's Pennsylvania? Up, down, down in.
I guess it's kind of west.
Right.
Of us.
They got out of there with a 0-0 tie, but were clearly outplayed. So you gotta like the way this Rutgers Newark team is playing. Not only over their last three with 3 wins in a row, but a team like Moravian, who's deep, who's had a very successful coaching core that has done a lot of great things, including a Coach of the Year and NCAA appearance for the Greyhounds. That ball's in front and it's in!
Nice.
And in the first 2 minutes of this second half, the Scarlet Raiders get off to a roaring start, and Rutgers is on the board.
John, we got some good action around the goal in the first half. I'm glad to see us taking advantage of that.
And it's Emily Karlicki, Mark, with the goal. Karlicki, the 5'6" sophomore out of Bayonne, New Jersey, gets her third of the year. And Mark, Nate Gagliardi has talked constantly about number 11 and how she is due. And Karlicki busts out with perhaps her biggest goal of the season.
The goal comes in the 47th minute. Karlicki, her third from the yard in the 47th minute.
John, this is going to be a low-scoring game. That could be really critical as this game clicks away for us here.
Mark, you said it. Despite Rutgers out shooting the Greyhounds in that first half by a large margin, it was a goal waved off due to an offsides that Moravian.
Yeah, but we had two balls in the box that could have went in too. So it got waved off by Moravian, had it waved off. But I think the reality for us is that the last couple games has given us some confidence in terms of shooting and stuff, and I think it's gonna start paying dividends as we start playing better and better teams.
And another opportunity there, and diving to her right to make the save was Phillips. But it was Karlicki in the right spot at the right time. And Janiyah Young blasts one out from deep. Phillips is there to make the save.
It's right here.
You talking about the stats?
Yeah. This is working.
That ball finds Valencia! And Valencia wasn't able to get all of it as she had a head of steam. She went for the right corner. Phillips still needed to make a great save, but Valencia running to her left went right with the shot, kind of like the old Brett Favre throwing against his body. Or you could say Aaron Rodgers is known for doing that too.
Yeah.
But But Valencia nearly made it 2-0 mark here in the opening 5 minutes.
I got to believe that the last 3 games have given us some confidence that we've kind of looked at but not taken full advantage of. And we got some kids that can shoot. We just got to start putting the ball in the back of the net.
And Mark with...
And with Jack play starting...
I was just going to say, you took the words right out of my mouth. And here's a set piece for Moravian.
Just nice.
And the kid, Shayna Sackett, is there. You know, Mark, this kid Sackett has been through a lot this year. She, I hate to get graphic, but she's got she's has struggled with some quad issues. As you see, her right quad is taped tonight.
Yeah.
She has a hole in her tongue due to a pregame injury. Where she literally bit a hole through her tongue. And you want to talk about toughness. I am so impressed by these two young goaltenders, Mark. Alicia Perez and Shayna Sackett. Shayna getting the nod here tonight.
It's kind of funny you say that because I can remember back like in March, Coach Gagliardi talking to me about we have no goalies, we're not going to be any good. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, we got 4 goalies. So, times change quick.
Well, I think sometimes...
I think she's a pretty good goalie. Both of them are.
I think Nate is not unlike a lot of people in sports or coaches that in order to get yourself going, you got to kind of test yourself a little bit.
John,
we're not this, we're not that, we're not this.
The reality for us and
look at Ruby Hogue streaking down the left side. The graduate student, Mark, out of Harlem, New York, gives it up in a one-timer. But, Mark, right there is a great example of what this team is doing differently. Patient. Ruby Hogue, new 32, was on her right side, gave it up beautifully. And the one-timer from Sabaha, Mark, the upstart freshman for Rutgers, I'm sorry for interrupting you, didn't equate it to a goal, but a great opportunity and a really good example of what Rutgers is doing a little bit differently this year. Much more technical play.
We're connecting on our passes. You know, one thing that I guess as you go to higher levels of soccer, you notice is when the passes start connecting with people and they're not just generally kicked. And that's what if you watch, that's what we're starting to do. We're putting passes on people's feet or anticipating a first step. And when you start doing that, things start coming together really nice.
And Sabaha again, that she has this one stripped on a beautiful play. That was number 7, Casey Sabalski, I should say.
Moravian usually have a lot of Jersey kids, John. I'm looking at the roster there. Yeah, they do.
Mark, you know where I was yesterday? I want you to give me a couple of examples of. You mentioned these goaltenders, Sackett and Perez, one out of Watchung, one out of Rockaway, both out of Morris Hills High School. So are the go-to private Jersey schools still the Del Bartons and the Boscos and the...
For football, I would, and maybe like the higher-end men's basketball. But, those two schools are public schools that you remember.
Bergen Catholic.
Yeah. Those are the
a lot of the all boys too, though, right? For those two. What about co-ed? The Petty School.
Petty School's co-ed. A lot of those kids are going more like Ivy League type schools coming out of the Petty.
Russo, what were you going to say down there? Any private school?
Well, I was going to say I have a lot of family that went to Bergen Catholic. That's one thing.
Oh, Bergen Catholic. Okay.
Yep.
Paramus Catholic is co-ed?
Bergen Catholic, Paramus Catholic. Paramus Catholic's co-ed.
That's Christopher Russo, our public address announcer, Mark, who's doing quite a bit of Yeoman's work down in Yeoman's with some junior hockey down the Jersey Shore with the 87s. Big hockey guy. And doing a great job as our public address announcer.
So, John, if we can sneak one more goal in here, I got to believe we can pack it in and really put this one away. But we got a lot of time left.
Good crowd tonight, too, Mark, on a Saturday night.
Yep. And that part of that, I think, is also that we got Moravian in town who's got Jersey kids. And instead of those parents schlepping all the way out to Bethlehem, they can easily jump in here to Newark.
Exactly. And we got a corner kick here, Mark.
Oh.
And that's going to go through towards the far side.
But we still have control, so.
Mark, how about those How about that Rutgers football team last night against Iowa?
It was crazy. You know, Iowa's one of those programs. I was talking to somebody today, and, you know, Iowa's the team that's going to win 8 to 10 games a year.
Beautiful header by Gabby.
Maybe have a good year, win 11. They're never going to be in the contention for, like, a national championship.
Never?
Well, I don't want to say never. And then it just kind of slipped away. But, you know, they've got 8 more Big Ten games to show what we got.
To straighten it out. Yeah, I mean, 21-21 after 3, and then it imploded in the 4th. Ruby Hogue with a nice defensive play, but that will turn into a Greyhounds corner kick. And doing the honors is number 31 for Moravian, Tess Beams, the freshman out of Oceanport, New Jersey, and Red Bank Catholic.
Problems with our live stream currently, John.
And checking in now for the
Problems with our live stream currently, John.
And checking in now for the Greyhounds is number 3, Tolman, back into the ball game out of Kingsway Regional High School. Is the audio on? Or?
The audio is on, the video is not.
Okay.
So you're going to have to talk people through this, John.
All right, we'll go
play by play.
Little radio style.
Yeah.
Long boot by Janiyah Young, who's taken a couple of goal kicks tonight for Sackett. And that turnaround towards the box is headed away by Negvesky. Once again, Negvesky in the middle.
And we're back up, John.
Oh, that's good to hear. Mark, Nate Gagliardi talked about the importance of family for the Gagliardis growing up. And he said it was all the more delightful to see Gabby Negvesky bring in the word family to when they huddle up. And on 3, family, 1, 2, 3, family. That's new this year. I kind of like that. Just a continuation of the Rutgers Newark family that is so important. But I like when it's actually being said. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Nothing much?
Well, I think
overreach for me?
No, I think a lot of teams have jumped on the family.
Oh, okay. So we're not alone. I like that, though.
Well, I think it, you know, like...
long ball by Valencia to Hogue. Go ahead, Mark.
I once heard it referred to as...
Well, we had, remember the Pirates?
Yeah.
We Are Family with Willie Stargell.
I think
we'll live up to remember that.
The reality is I'm more leaning towards I want to have a company attitude, and everybody works hard for the company, and the company succeeds because not every family's perfect. That's the assumption.
But I think therein lies what the rib is, or with all those imperfections, you stick together, right?
Yeah, I think the reality is that you got to have a team, and everybody's got to be on the same page, and everybody's got to be working for a common goal and being held accountable. And I think we're starting to see that with our team here because, the stretch that we've gone through so far, going 3-0, I think has really brought us together and, helped us find the back of the net. And I think some of our kids are starting to understand that it's step-up time. And as we get into the NJAC play next week, it's going to really start paying off for us.
Matty Moretta into the ball game for the Greyhounds. And Mark, we're getting close to the 15-minute in mark. And Rutgers establishing themselves in the first 2 minutes of this second half on a big goal by Karlicki. Rutgers looking to continue their win streak here tonight on home turf. We are live at Frederick Douglass Field. We want to thank you for joining us and being part of our broadcast tonight on Raider Vision on YouTube. It'll be Janiyah Young taking yet another goal kick. And Mark, what a great job Janiyah Young has done this year, making the complete switch to defender last year. Nate kind of moved Janiyah around a little bit, midfield, some forward, and she is really locked in defensively this year for Rutgers. And such a great athlete and very fast. That speed has really paid dividends for Coach Gagliardi.
About his assessment of that game.
It will be a throw-in now for the Greyhounds.
John, we got to get the ball at the other end of the field because the last thing we need is a ball to sneak through here. And I'm sure Moravian's looking at this as they've got to get one quick here. So hopefully our defenders can continue to step up here. And
Great job by Ruby Hogue,
Yeah.
Mark. Speaking of defenders stepping up, good to have the experienced Hogue, the transfer student, now a graduate student in her second season with Rutgers.
John, it's a beautiful night in Newark tonight.
Oh, it's
70
gorgeous
degrees.
out there.
Lights are
Yeah.
on, no rain.
What was any concessions over there at halftime, Mark?
They did. They had the concessions going. I think they had some burgers going.
Was that the softball team?
Yes.
There you go, raising a little dough for the spring trip.
What do we got here, John?
Shayna's now going to kick it away for Rutgers. And a good one-on-one battle with Vieira and number 3. That's Mackenzie Tolman for the Greyhounds. And we're going to have another substitution, Mark. And the clock continues to run as we are under 29 to go. I've played 16 minutes in this second half. And that's going to go out of bounds.
It's our throw in, John. We got to get this ball off our side of the field.
A men's soccer, Mark, losing 2-1 in a tough loss.
Yeah,
On the road.
Shenandoah is usually one of the better teams in their region, which is why we played them. And I know Coach East was concerned going in, but it was their senior day, and midday probably was hot down there. But if you're going to lose to a good team, that's hopefully we got some other positives out of it.
Esteban Hidalgo, one of those positives for Rutgers, with a goal despite the 2-1 loss. It'll be Hogue on the set piece, who's taking her time. And how about Levi Holton, former MVP, signing a professional basketball contract?
Yep, he did a collegiate tour this summer with some former college players to, I think it was like in Italy and in Spain and stuff. And from what I understand, he was the only Division III kid there, and he was the most effective on the team, and was able to, I guess, market himself, and he picked up a contract in Slovenia. So Levi's over there. I guess his first game is next week, the 20th.
No way! It's so cool. Did they make any? I don't want numbers, but do they make? Yeah. He's going to make some money, I would hope,
yes.
right?
I mean, I don't think it's.
I mean, they probably pay for him to, live.
They'll probably. Usually, what happens is, and I don't think Slovenia. They only have one league in the country. They usually limit it to 2 foreign players or 2 American players.
Oh, okay.
And they usually give an apartment. They usually give a food allowance.
Right.
And then they do make some money, and they usually get 2 trips home a year. So I think Levi is probably very, very well suited to be successful over there. He's extremely goal-oriented. He's extremely responsible. He's not going to go over there and go out every night and go crazy. I mean, he's going to stay focused.
Right.
And, maybe, the opportunity for him.
Equalizer is in off the corner.
No. Hold on. I think he's saying that we're offsides.
It is indeed, Mark. Excellent call.
But, yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for Levi. And if nothing else, he's going to get to see another part of the world and get a great experience however long it lasts. So, we watched him play for 4 years, John. He is tough as nails.
He's one of the toughest players I've ever seen.
He does.
I mean, in terms of durability, and
without question. I mean, when you brush up against the kid, it's like brushing up against a pile of stones. I mean, he's a monster. He really is.
I know.
He's rock solid, and I guess the only quote negative is, I mean, we've saw it sometimes where he would kind of get lost in the game, and I think at the pro level, I don't think you can do that. But I think every time Levi wasn't making that big contribution, whatever we needed defensively, offensively, he would identify that and step that up and work on.
Right. So, I think he is such a strong defensive player as well, and is equally as interested in both sides.
And he
as far as taking pride in it.
Yeah, he can score. I mean, he's got some range. I don't know how that's going to transfer to the pro game, but sometimes being successful as a pro is as much about how you carry yourself and what you do as your skill set, and I think he's going to do well over there. I really do. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to. I have to talk to Coach Lochran and find out if they stream those games. And
we're going to have to watch.
Like. Yeah, it'd be funny. But it was funny because I saw him after he got back from the summer trip.
Great hustle by Hogue.
He was at a volleyball game, and I was asking him how it's going, and he says, good. He says, I think I'm going to sign a pro contract to play overseas. And I thought he said Serbia because I have a friend of mine that lives in Serbia, and and then it was Slovenia. So I'm happy for him.
Very happy as Mariana Valencia returns for Rutgers Newark. She'll replace number 32, Sabaha.
And I think the way that league works, it starts the end of September and it runs to approximately December, and then they take a little Christmas break, I think.
Okay.
And then they, because a lot of those players come home around that time, and then they go back, and by that time it's probably into the playoffs and stuff. So
right.
I'm going to be really excited to see how he does, because, like I said, if there's a kid that works hard that deserves it, it's him.
Absolutely. Well, we couldn't be happier for his success and the opportunity that he is so deserved.
I don't even know what the time difference is. Like, it's a 7 o'clock game. We need to get the ball at the other end of the field, John. This is not. Moravian knows what they're up against right now. So, get through there.
And just one other note, Mark. Despite the loss to Shenandoah, Rutgers had a convincing win in Purchase, New York against Manhattanville, 2-1. Another 2 goals for Eric Cortez, who leads all Scarlet Raiders in that category. So we're happy to see Eric do well in that win versus Purchase. But with 23.5 to go, we got quite a game on our hands right here. Rutgers with a 1-0 lead. And that one's going to go out. Another substitution. Mark, you mentioned that NJAC play that's coming up, and after today, it's one more non-conference matchup, and that'll be on Monday, a 6 p.m. kick against the City College of New York out of CUNY.
We got lucky on that because the Pratt game got canceled, postponed because of weather, and then they decided they didn't want to play. And Coach Gagliardi was lucky to be able to pick up CCNY to fill the gap in our schedule. So,
and then it'll be a week from tonight, Mark, right here at Frederick Douglass Field against Rowan.
The women will be home against Rowan, and the men will be on the road. So. We'll jump right into the NJAC schedule, and then it'll be the Wednesday, Saturdays from here on in. So,
right. And Rowan, Rowan doing what Rowan does at 5-1 this year, currently sits atop the NJAC conference. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think for me that's kind of where I'm at, because when you look at the schools that we're playing, you want to play schools that have similar type resources, similar type institutions, and the NJAC is a tough league, top to bottom, in virtually every sport. And it's when you look at some schools, they have part-time coaches, they don't have good facilities, and it's nice to know that we can step up and play at that level of similar type schools. And that's where the NJAC is kind of like the year in, the year out barometer for us. So Mackenzie
Schreiber checks in, Mark, for The Greyhounds, a 5'5" sophomore forward out of Andover, New Jersey, and Blair Academy. And Mark, speaking of the NJAC, it was Wednesday that this very Greyhounds team played and lost to Stockton. So
Good.
I don't know what point I'm trying to make other than.
Well, I think the reality is that you want to beat teams, and then after you beat them, you want them to continue to be successful because it'll help your NPI rankings. So
Got it.
You want to beat teams, and
That's the point I was trying to make.
yeah, I mean it's kind of crazy because we've talked about this a little bit. The national power rankings that we use in Division III now. You get points for beating the team. You get points for playing the team or beating the team, but it doesn't necessarily represent when you played them. So, if you played a team and let's just say they were missing all their starters, and you beat them 1-0, and then they go on to win 19 games and they're 19-1, you're going to have the reflection of them playing with all their starters. So, the more teams you can beat and the better they can continue to play, I think is indicative of how much your scoring is going to be for the MPI rankings.
Got it. Tolman with the throw-in for the Greyhounds, and it's back out of bounds. Mark, the mindset with under 20 to go, Rutgers up 1-0. Obviously, if you're Nate Gagliardi, sitting back and absorbing, not really probably the best strategy. And trying to sort of just outlast to walk away with a 1-0 win as the pressure is being put on here by Fernandez. But what's your take on that, Mark?
Well, I think you gotta realize that you can't change how you're playing too much, or you could sacrifice and lose. But I think the reality for us is that we got to pack it in a little bit, and we got to keep the pressure on to keep the ball on their side of the field. Because as you've seen here, we've had a couple little chancy plays in there, and if the ball's not down this end, they can't get lucky. So, and the Moravian people are looking at this from the perspective of, with 18:52 left in the game, they need something quick. So hopefully we can keep this pressure on defensively, and we can keep the ball on their side of the field as much as possible, so that maybe we can, get a breakaway. And that's the other thing with Moravian's going to start taking some chances.
A big collision there as Nunez collides with number 33. Or who was that? Was that 30? 35, I think it was. Yeah. Emma Hull.
But you also hope that Moravian starts taking some chances offensively here to try to open something up and score, and we can sneak in behind them and really maybe get a second goal that we normally wouldn't get because they're taking some chances.
Opportunity here, Mark. The shot is just wide.
John, we had the perfect angle watching that drift.
But what a great, exactly. But what a great effort by Vielka Fernandez, Mark.
Yeah, we got to keep this pressure on. Sometimes when teams pack it in too much and play defensively, it takes them too much out of their game. But we don't seem to be doing that right now. We seem to be putting the pressure on and taking advantage of all these opportunities. And maybe we can get another goal here.
Dana and Juliana Nunez check in.
Moravian's gonna have to, I don't want to say get to the panic mode, but they're gonna have to do some things to score. And if we can compromise the ball when it's spread out kind of like this, hopefully we can get that second goal.
Yeah. What we don't want to see is any kind of we got a player down on the far side, and I think it might be Janiyah Young.
Yeah, she was. It looks like a cramp. She was chasing the ball coming down. I didn't see her get hit or anything, but
she's going to have to come off now, though, with 16:59 to go.
Or as they say, pass her the ball and she'll be better. Because no, she looks like she's got a cramp.
Isn't that the rule, though?
What?
That the player that was down has to come out if the whistle blows?
They didn't stop the action for her.
If Brian comes in and
no, when the trainer goes on the field.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's the distinction, if the trainer goes on the field.
They didn't stop the action. The goalie was still...
but the clock stopped. Anyway.
Probably because the ball went up on the stones past it. But, see, this is, John, we got to get control of this and get it back down the other end of the field here, because the last thing we need is something like this where Moravian gets a big ball into the box and then they get lucky.
Janiyah Young 1v1 versus Roop. And that's been such a great matchup all game long, Mark.
She's got a heck of a leg. Oof. She cleared that ball out of bounds with some authority, John.
And it's going to be a throw-in now for the Greyhounds. So long throw-in into the box. It's booted away.
Oh,
and
nice.
Valencia is there for Rutgers.
Uh-oh.
And it's out. So it'll be a throw-in for the Greyhounds as we're under 16 now. Mark, our next broadcast, as we mentioned, will be Monday night.
Monday night, 6 o'clock.
We'll be able to get home for a little Monday Night Football.
Oh, that is true.
Speaking of which, I don't want to spend too much time on it because we're at such a key point of the game, but NFL back in action tomorrow.
Week 3, right? Yep.
It is indeed. Week 3, if you can believe that. And still no wins for the New Jersey Giants
nice
and the New
save.
Jersey Jets.
So, John, who are we looking at here for player of the game interview?
Is Shayna Sackett diving to her right? Well, our goal scorer, Karlicki, certainly in the conversation.
We could give a little bit of play to our goalie.
And Sackett is would be great on camera, too, because she's just full of energy, tough kid. I really like Shayna.
I got to be honest with you. She's kept us in this game with some nice little saves.
All right, maybe I think I was thinking the same, so it could be one or the other.
Well, we still got 14 minutes, so let's see where this goes. Oh.
Great job. That was Bella Village.
Not that it is too early, but it looked like we had a little rainy weather coming in the end of the week.
Ruby Hogue on fire right now.
Look at this.
Ruby Hogue can't be stopped. Ruby Hogue.
Look at this. Ooh. See, this is the kind of smart play that's
eating up some time too, Mark.
Eating up clock time.
And Hogue
keeping the ball in their end, forcing them to take some chances to get the ball down the field, and hopefully we can turn this around and make it into something like we're kind of doing here, John.
Yeah, and Hogue just showing kind of what veteran leadership is all about. Did not give up on the ball, as you said, kept control, got it back. Precious time coming off the clock. The centering attempt. The bang play.
Wow.
Karlicki directly into Phillips, but it was Caitlin Phillips.
Wow, John.
Who was in great position there, and that could be the save of the game.
I got to be honest with you, that was big time. If that went in, I would have gone crazy running out on the field. I mean, John, it came in from the side, and
wow,
the ball was moving too.
It's Phillips, perhaps with the save of the game, and a couple of more Greyhounds trot out onto the field, including number 18 Anna Dunn and number 31 Tess Beams. Schreiber is off. It's a long throw in, headed away. I am interested in what Karlicki has to say, though, about that goal, because it was hard to really see what exactly went down in front of the goal.
Well, John, there's always room for one more. We could do both of them up here if you want them. We'll get them.
All right. Well, like you said, we got a little time to let this thing unfold. Under 12 now to go. It'll be a set piece here for the Greyhounds. And that's a long ball into the box, knocked away by Rutgers. Giving chase are a couple of different Greyhounds, including Garcia. And the centering feed.
Great stop.
It was number 18, Anna Dunn, with a good individual effort. The Y Sox Pennsylvania native coming close to tying it up, but there was Shayna Sackett, who seems to be getting stronger and stronger, Mark, as this game progresses and as the season progresses as well.
John, we got to keep this clock ticking here. Look at this. We might get another shot here.
And that's going to go out of bounds. It will stay the same way. And Mark, it's pretty incredible. 17-6. The shots overall are in favor of Rutgers.
Yeah, John, we've had some flurries here, and not bad shots. We've had some good shots on goal. Their goalie's done a nice job.
We've had 13 shots on goal to 4 for Moravian. Janiyah Young with the throw-in. She's got a strong throw-in. And again, out of bounds, Mark, as this clock continues to run down as we approach the 10-minute mark. And Moravian has got to start to make some moves.
Yeah, they're gonna get in the panic phase right now, and hopefully we can take advantage of that and sneak another goal in. Ooh.
You gotta love how Rutgers has not let their foot off the gas at all.
No, and that's one of the concerns you have is when you get up and you get in a situation like this and you try to pack it in too much and it takes you out of your game that got you where you're at. And I think we've look at this.
Karlicki once again on the doorstep for Rutgers.
We're still getting some pretty good opportunities on net here.
Here's Valencia. What a move there. Another one by Valencia.
Oh.
She goes to the far side looking for Young, and it's booted away. But excellent sustained pressure by Rutgers. It was Elliott Roop that booted that one out of bounds for the Greyhounds. And it'll be Janiyah Young once again. Mark, she's got one of the strongest throw-ins on this team. It's almost like a set piece from the ground.
We saw it before down there, and it is.
And that one just in and out of the box.
Look at this.
And the turnaround shot well wide. As we're now, Mark, at the 9-minute juncture. It'll be a goal kick.
What's the old saying? Watch clock never moves.
Oh, wait, what is that? A watch clock? No, wait.
The watched pot never boils.
Oh, that's a watch pot never
But I've also
boils.
heard it, the watch clock never moves.
Oh, all right. I haven't heard that one in a while.
I just try not to look at it. I just check it every so often.
Right, I'll leave it alone.
Oh.
Add to the injury.
No, you got it.
And Mark, this pressure by Rutgers is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying. We're almost playing like we're one down and we want more.
And Mark, you got to think too about the conditioning of this Rutgers team in the late stages of the game. Look at the speed here.
Oh!
Save. Beautiful save by Sackett. And that was Anna Dunn once again, who's been a one-woman wrecking machine for Moravian.
John Sackett's played some serious minutes in goal tonight for us.
She has been terrific. Shots now 13-4. 13-5. So 5 saves by Sackett. And 2 of them spectacular. At least 2.
Send the ball out of bounds.
And not to look too far ahead, Mark, but that CUNY makeup game against City College, I'm thinking we'll certainly have a good chance of winning that one.
We should, but as they say, you have to play them to win them. So,
But Nate Gagliardi with his first 3-game win streak of his tenure here at Rutgers Newark. Yeah,
that's a nice little tidbit.
And the throw-in is headed away by Young, who's been once again. She's another one we could have on, Janiyah Young. Any number of contributors to pick from tonight.
You know what? Our
great job by Young.
Coach Gagliardi and his staff have worked hard trying to bring kids in, getting them. I mean, we're bringing kids in for visits all the time, and I think that's what's starting to show on the field is that when you're constantly recruiting kids, you're getting better kids, and it's starting to show. I mean, a 3-game win streak sounds like, it's only 3 games, but it's 3 games. So,
very impressed, Mark, by Eliza Higigi, who had the hat trick for Rutgers.
I think the
against Mount St. Mary.
I think the determination.
Yeah, speaking of which, she's coming to the game right now. Pre-med major, Mark, terrific human being, Higigi, excellent kid.
I believe her father is a dentist.
She's originally from Canada.
Is she really? She actually, I've been meaning to talk to her. She grew up, or she lives in the town I grew up in. So.
Oh, okay. Just a delightful young woman. I was really impressed by her. I can't say it enough. Just humble, gracious, polite, talented, both on the pitch and in the classroom. It's just so many attributes to number 9.
But let me follow up that I think Coach Gagliardi and his staff, their determination for recruiting is starting to really take the dividends here. He's got a ton of kids.
He's done everything right, Mark.
I think when we get into the end, Jack play is really going to start to show.
Nunez up ahead, and it's Higigi.
So Higigi had 2 shots in the first half in the box that could have been goals, John.
Oh, for sure. Excuse me.
I did glance at the clock. We're getting close to the 5-minute
mark.
Mark,
we got some smoke signals coming over there. It's like we're electing a new pope or something. What's going on?
I think it's tailgating going on, John.
Oh, all right. What do they call that with the
smoke signals? Oh, no, yeah, when they elect the pope with the different color smoke.
Right, whatever that is.
Is it the black smoke and the white?
That's it. Because I thought of that because we have a new pope.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen that much. I think it's the black smoke means they didn't come to agreement, and the white smoke means they did. I think
Garcia up ahead for Moravian. It's going to go out of bounds and back in quickly as play continues now on the Moravian end. Nice little header there by Nunez.
Over the shoulder header.
Oh, that was Castillo. I'm sorry, Maria Castillo. And giving chase is Negveski, who's had another strong game. Mark, Nate talked a lot about his back line tonight and how steady and consistent they've been. They really have been the catalyst, I think.
John, this is soccer. Watch this. We're passing the ball to people, and I can't reinforce. I've watched way too much soccer.
1v1, Higigi!
Oh! John, that should have gone.
Came so close. Did you see the moves from number 9?
Before we got there, we had
This is a whole new team, Mark. I'm sorry, here in 2025.
4 passes right to people.
Exactly, and the transition. How quickly they transition.
Yeah, years ago I had the opportunity.
They're playing beautifully.
Yeah, years ago I had an opportunity to watch the men's national team practice at the Home Depot Center for about 45 minutes. And
listen to you, wow.
The thing that stood out was how every pass and every kickball went to somebody's foot. They weren't.
Oh, another shot! Ball's loose in front. Mark, it's been an absolute shooting gallery.
Yeah, we're.
As Phillips has had to come up big time and time again.
We're keeping our pedal to the metal here, John.
I mean, this is just symbolic, too, of this Rutgers mentality this year. They're looking to finish this team.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
And not just try to sit back and hang on. And I think there's a big difference in those two things. And Shania Young, I can't say enough about this kid. She has been phenomenal all season long. She takes risks, high risk, high reward. She makes up a lot of ground very quickly. She helps out her teammates. And she's just positionally very smart this year as number 14 comes onto the pitch. Sarah Klitsch returns out of Morris County School of Technology. Mark, 2:25 to go. Can Rutgers hang on?
We need to put some pressure. There we go. Get the ball. That's what we do.
Hagigi with the softball way ahead. Hits its mark. Shot. Oh! Phillips with another huge save.
John, she's had a nice goal.
I mean, clearly the MVP of this Moravian team tonight is Caitlin Phillips.
Yeah,
she has faced 20 shots, Mark, overall, 14 of them on net.
Yeah, she's held them in this game. I got to be honest with you, John. We've been putting some pressure on, and she's made some great saves.
I got to tell you what, 5'7", Caitlin Phillips is playing big and tall in the goal tonight for the Greyhounds. She has certainly kept her team in it. She's done her part.
Where's she from, John?
Caitlin Phillips is out of Easton, PA, the home of which former heavyweight champion of the world, Mark?
George.
That would be one Larry Holmes.
Oh, Larry Holmes. I did not know that, John.
One of the best jabs in the history of boxing, in my opinion. Remember when Tyson put him away towards the end of his career? And do you know why he hammered Tyson was because Tyson hammered Holmes because Holmes beat up aging Muhammad Ali, and that was Tyson's idol. So when Tyson was able to get in the ring against Holmes, he made him pay.
Tidbit of boxing.
40 seconds to go.
We're under a minute here, John.
Scarlet Raiders looking to make it 4 in a row. That would be also mark 4-0 on home turf.
That's true.
Undefeated in 2025 at Frederick Douglass Field with 29 to go. The clock has stopped.
Substitution.
And a throw in. And here goes the clock.
Tick, tick, tick.
Mark, who's the MVP?
I'm leaning towards our goalie, John, but I could be swayed.
Have we had Karlicki on? She's only a sophomore. What, Alex? Who else do you like, Alex?
7.
Who?
6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a victory.
Final score, Rutgers 1, Moravian nothing. The Scarlet Raiders with another win make it 4 in a row as they improve to 5-3 overall on the season. The Greyhounds drop to 1-5-1. And if you're Nate Gagliardi, you've got to be very, very happy with another complete game and another clean sheet for the freshman Shayna Sackett. Mark, we're going to go collect our player of the game and be back with more right after this. Don't go anywhere. Our postseason. And we are back here live at Frederick Douglass Field for our post-game wrap-up show. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting to my right, I mean, come on. Let's give it up for the fabulous freshman number 1, Shayna Sackett. Another clean sheet, another win. I mean, where do I start? 22 overall shots, 15 on goal. You've been through a lot already this season, Shayna. First of all, congratulations on yet another win and another team win. That makes it 4 in a row for you guys, undefeated on home turf. First of all, how do you feel, and how does it feel to get another win under your belt?
It feels great, and I feel like this all wouldn't be possible without our like amazing team culture. We all come together like every game and just like work as hard as we can. And like Coach said before, like we own this field, like this is our field.
Yes.
So we're not gonna get beat on our field. So that's the mentality.
I love it, and I just think for a freshman to have that kind of situation, which is unique, which I think some kids might feel like, I'm talking, of course, about your teammate Alicia Perez, the other freshman goalkeeper, but it really seems, and we've talked about this before, that you two continue to push each other 100%. And be positive reinforcement. It's not like jealousy or this or that. Tell me a little bit about that dynamic, because you've played equal parts in games this year. It certainly seems to be working, especially of late.
Yes. I mean, Alicia pushes me as hard as I can, and I push her as hard as I can. She tells me every game, like, you're meant to be there. Like, this is your game. I'm so confident in you. And I say the same to her. And we're each other's, like, biggest supporters. And if that wasn't the case, we wouldn't get these victories the way we do. And even if we make a mistake, we're the first one to tell each other, shake it off. It doesn't matter. Because we know how it is to be a goalie. Like, personally, I think the goalie's the hardest position.
It's like,
and like it's all a mental game, actually. Like, if you get in your own head, you're automatically going to do bad. And me personally, I had a terrible warm up, and I was really nervous. And Coach Ayers told me, flip the switch right now. It doesn't matter. The game didn't start yet. Alicia told me, shake it off. It doesn't matter. The game didn't start yet. And that really helped me to like make the saves I did and play the game I did.
Shayna, that was so well articulated. You talk about shaking it off. I mean, look no further than your right thigh, heavily wrapped. You've been, I don't want to give away too many secrets, but you've been struggling a little bit with the quad thing this year. I mean, you've gotten banged up. I don't want to make you have to show our viewers your tongue, but I mean, you got a big scar on there that still isn't fully healed from biting it in the pregame, right? Or blood everywhere. Tell us about that injury.
So it was actually first scrimmage. We played Drew. First 2 minutes of the game, actually, I take a hit to the face, and I just bit a hole right through my tongue. And I was like, oh, okay, I probably got hit in the nose or something. And
you didn't even know?
I didn't know. And then I opened my mouth, and just blood's pouring everywhere.
Oh, my God.
And I just see Brian sprinting, Coach Nate sprinting, and I was like, of course that happens to me.
Right. But, the point is you've worked through these things, bumps, bruises. You had a couple of your teammates go down in the last game. 2 of them come back to start tonight. One of your freshmen in Avril. Does that sort of team toughness permeate itself throughout the roster as far as like, hey, we got to fight through and keep fighting, and kind of what I look at as like a family mentality that you guys have adopted this year?
Yeah, I would say definitely. We're not the biggest team, but I know we're strong mentally and physically. We could take hits. Like, we take a hit, we get right back up. That's our mentality. We want to keep pushing each other. It doesn't matter if you get hurt. Just pick yourself up and play the next play. And like, if we fall down, we're there to pick each other up. So.
Very cool to hear. I'm going to let you go to celebrate this with your teammates on a Saturday night here in Newark, New Jersey. But I mean, a couple of highlight reel saves for you tonight. A great positioning. But walk us through, in your opinion, what one of your better saves tonight, and what is the difference between your positioning, the way you see the ball, and your reaction, and how it all comes together, whether it's diving to your right or to your left. You made all different kinds of saves tonight. Just walk us through maybe 1 or 2 of them.
I would say like the ones on the floor and like the final half of the second half. I feel like I just had to get my feet set, and Coach Harris was telling me in the beginning of the game, because I was letting in really easy goals during warm-up, I need to set my feet and like be able to react quicker. So I feel like that definitely helped me getting my position, stepping off my line a little bit more, getting low to the ground and getting there.
You know, you talked about listening to your coaches. It's apparent to me that you continue to get stronger. You could just see it in your confidence, the way you move, where you are. You seem to be getting more confident with every game. Do you think there's any truth to that?
Yeah, I think it's just like the experience. I mean, I'm not really experienced. I'm only a freshman. This is only like our fifth or sixth game, and I feel like I just have to keep working, and I know like no one will be disappointed in me if I give my best effort at all times. So that's just what I do.
Oh man, what a great job tonight and with this interview. Thank you so much for sitting in with us here in the post game. The final score, everybody, 1-0, a shutout for this fabulous freshman to my right, Shayna Sackett. She's been through it all this year. She's still standing and then some. 4 wins in a row for the Scarlet Raiders as they improve to 5-3 on the season. Next game will be Monday right here at Frederick Douglass Field, your last non-conference game against CCNY. We look forward to bringing you that game here live on Raider Vision. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody, and can we do a little Let's Go Scarlet Raiders?
Yes, of course.
All right, well, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then it's Let's Go Scarlet Raiders. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Not too hard. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go Scarlet Raiders!
Good night, everybody.
Bye.